Hello everyone, my name is Upasana Jahra and my topic is cells. So tell me children, can we make a building without bricks? Is it possible? No, it is not possible because bricks are the fundamental unit of a building. Similarly, our body are made of trillions of cells and those are fundamental unit of our body. So they are so small that we cannot see them with naked eyes. We need a microscope to see the cells. Now let us discuss who discovered cell. So do you know Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered cells. He observed slices of cork cells under the microscope and he saw boxes like structures that appeared like honeycomb. He coined the term cell for this box-like structure. In Latin, it means little room. Now, what about the size of the cell? So, as you can see, the smallest cell can be as small as 0.1 micron. Now 0.1 micron is a millionth of a millimeter. So you can imagine how small it can be and you cannot see it without microscope. Now next is the largest cell. So ostrich cell is the largest cell and its diameter is about 17 centimeter. Now let's discuss about shapes of the cells. So shapes of the cells also vary from each other and it also performs different functions. For example, neuron cells. So the structure, as you can see, is elongated and it has branch like structures. It helps it to send messages all over the body. Now next you can see red blood cells. So it is a disc shaped structure. It has a biconcave disc and it provides a greater area to it and which helps it to absorb more oxygen. Now next are muscle cells. These are spindle shaped, its ends are pointed. So they all have regular shape. Now white blood cells don't have a regular shape. It has irregular shape. Now similarly in amoeba is a single cell organism and it also has irregular shape. So those small pseudopods helps it to in movement and also to catch food. Now let us discuss cellular and multicellular organisms, right? So the unicellular organisms are the organisms that have only one single cell. For example, paramecium and amoeba. So all the necessary body functions are performed in one single cell. For example, movement, nutrition, reproduction and respiration. Now let's see multicellular organisms. So multicellular organisms are organisms which are made of more than one cell. For example, human being, cats, dogs, elephant, plants and trees. So they are made of millions of cells and all these cells perform different functions based on the organs. Now there are two types of cells. So prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Now prokaryotic cells have no membrane. So they don't have membrane and the nucleus is not covered with membrane and also the organelles are not covered with membrane. It doesn't have circular DNA. Now eukaryotic cells have a nucleus, have a membrane covered organelles and also they have a linear DNA. Now let us now discuss about different parts of cell, how the cell performs different functions in it. So to perform these different functions they have different tiny parts and these parts are called cell organelles. So they are the structure that enable the cell to live, grow and reproduce. So these are tiny cell organelles as you can see. Now let us discuss about different cell organelles. The first one is the cell membrane. Now as you can see the structure is, this is the cell membrane. It is the outer layer of the cell. It allows nutrients to into the cell and waste outside of the cell. It is also called a gate into the city. Now next comes is cytoplasm. Now cytoplasm is a jelly-like fluid contained in the cell that holds the organelles. Next comes the nucleus. Now nucleus is the control center of the cell. It has a nuclear membrane, nucleolus and also DNA is present inside the nucleus. Next is, so it is also called Mayer's office as everything is controlled from the nucleus. Next is mitochondria. Now, mitochondria is called the power center of the cell. It provides energy the cell requires to move and divide and perform other functions. Now, next are ribosomes. Now, ribosomes are the site where proteins are made. Cell parts are made of proteins, as you all know. Now, these are also called factories of the cell. After ribosomes comes endoplasmic reticulum. Now, these are the transportation system of the cells, and there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. First is rough endoplasmic reticulum, where ribosomes are attached. So, these tiny structures are called ribosomes. So, this is a rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now, next type of reticulum is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum, where no ribosomes are attached. These are called the roadways of the cell. Now, next comes is Golgi complex. It is packaging house of cell. It packages, processes and ships out the stuff, the cell makes. It is also called UPS of the cell. Next comes lysosomes. So, what are the functions of lysosome? So, they digest food particles and cell parts. They are also called garbage men. It also protects cell by digesting foreign invaders. Now, next we will discuss about few parts which are only present in plant cells. So, the first one is vacuole. Vacuole stores water, food and waste. So, it is the largest organelle in the plant cell. Now, next come is cell wall. Cell wall is also only present in plant cells. So, it protects and supports the cell. Now, lastly are the chloroplast. Now, chloroplasts are only found in plant cells. It contains chlorophyll, and as you all know, photosynthesis takes place in the chloroplast. So, this was all about plant cells. Thank you very much.